Welcome to Aging Untold. Millions of Americans are juggling a job that no one talks about, caring for an aging parent or loved one. In 2025, 70% of caregivers ages 18 to 64 juggled paid work and caregiving. And those who live with the person they help provide more than 20 hours of care per week. And often, caregivers report symptoms of burnout and depression. Amy, what are the early warning signs caregivers should know about?
So there's 10 warning signs according to the Alzheimer's Association. The one that really fascinates me is denial. I was talking to some clients a few weeks ago and I asked them a question and then they talked all the way around and I was thinking they didn't answer the question. And circular thinking, they couldn't quite get to it. So for me, the most important caregiver burnout sign is denial. And those are sometimes the hardest ones to get to.
And what do you mean by denial?
Everything's fine, everything's good. They're not really realizing how irritable they are, how angry they are, how trigger happy they are. They're not sleeping well, they're fatigued all the time.
Do you think there's a differentiation between them? Do you think they're in denial because they don't know, or they know and they're trying to hide it?
I think there's a natural tendency for us humans to protect ourselves, and I think denial's healthy in some instances. You gotta let your body get used to the situation that you're in, but then when you hang on to it too long.
Yeah. Amy, I agree with that, with the denial. And when a person is in denial, there's a lot of different things going on, especially they're really suppressing it emotionally. And what their mind suppresses, their body expresses. So now you're getting this increase in cortisol. And when cortisol stays elevated for a long time, you have a sleep disruption, blood sugar goes up, blood pressure goes up, your immune system gets weakened. And more importantly, cortisol throws off all the other hormones. So your memory and everything and energy and fatigue is all off.
Isn't that when you are kind of in the fight or flight mode? And that's probably the worst time to be trying to make decisions.
Well,
long term, though.
Yeah, you can't think straight. Okay, so think of it like this. The tiger is chasing me. I can't run all day. That's cortisol. At some point in time, you have to take a break. And it's a detrimental, it creates inflammation, and it creates a steady breakdown of your body when you're in this fight or flight all day long.
Right. All these emotions going on, and you're blaming it on everything under the sun other than this workload that you're now taking on and the frustration and the mental anguish that comes along with it.
Yeah, and then you're taking care of a person that you love, and you're taking care of their environment and their system, and you don't realize that you are part of that system. And you have to take care of yourself because you are necessary. And like my dad always told us in slang, you can't give what you ain't got. So they're just giving and giving and giving and giving until they have nothing else to give, and they still try to keep giving. And it's up to us to recognize, and other people around them to recognize, say, hey, you need help, if they can't even recognize it.
Right, and you have to reach out for that help. You can call your Department of Aging and Adult Services. There are respite programs that'll help bring and pay for caregiving to come in. You can go to a support group, even if you can't physically get away, and I understand that there's a lot of support systems online now. I know I have one. You've got, hospice provides support. But for me, I tell people, caregivers all the time, there's two things that I can tell you to do. 90 seconds. Breathe. Breathe. And then when you're really overwhelmed, go get in your car, put your windows up, and scream till your heart can't scream any longer. That 90 seconds sends out all kinds of endorphins, and just that release can actually be a reset.
It can, and I love to tell people, before you decide you're going to get to take care of your older person, pick somebody in your world and tell them, listen, I'm taking on a really big responsibility. Will you tell me when I'm losing it? Will you be the one? And I'll listen to you because I'm going to remember asking you this. You be the one, because I might not recognize it.
Well, and I'm afraid too that they could miss it because it's not dramatic it's just kind of the absence of joy. And so we've really got to remember that taking care of a loved one means taking care of ourselves so that we are going to be there for them. And people are pulled in so many different directions, and we know that this is really, really hard.
We're a performance society. We are a performance society, and so you've got to kind of lay down some of your expectations. And I get it when you're taking care of your mom or your dad, when you're taking care of that person you've always wanted to impress, you come in with a kind of a different level of stress, and so you gotta set things up. Batch your meds out weekly or monthly. Don't just try and figure out the pills every day. Meals, it doesn't have to be a gourmet meal.
I learned this in business, and that is the victim sign when I'm being a victim. And sometimes people can be that way, like I'm a martyr, and I'm doing a good job here, but it's all on me, woe is me, and then blaming other people, which is not being empowered. And so sometimes it might not be other family members or the people that you think should help you, but still you've got to find some leverage. You have to realize that support is a strategy. And we say all the time that aging is a team sport, and caregivers deserve to have a team too. This is Aging Untold, and we'll be coming right back.